Welcome to Let's Talk About It. A podcast gets a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. Enjoy the show and enjoy this journey. Welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It. A podcast that gives a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. Today is part 6 of my story. We last left off in part 5. I did something stupid again. 12-year marriage gone. Today, we move on to after the divorce. I think it was like around 39, 40 years old. Left Coca-Cola. Got a new job at U.S. Foods, where I'm at today. It's been like, God, 13 years now? There with this company. And, I'm a truck driver for U.S. Foods, the second largest food distributor in the United States. And, I started my journey in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Guys, the people watching me being from Swedesboro, shout out to you guys. So going through a divorce, telling my kids, it's a very hard thing to do. Like I said, that last episode, Brandon took it very hard. Jewel was still too young. She really didn't understand. So then I had to find an apartment. Searched around the area, trying to find things, trying to find something near the kids. Found a place not too far from my old house in Voorhees, over there in Jersey. And it was a nice little 1-bedroom apartment. It was very, very nice. But I didn't have shit. I just had the clothes, a couple of things. Only thing I took with me was a twin bed. So, yep, a twin bed, like for a little boy. That's all I had. So finally moved in my apartment. Still had to pick my kids for the weekends, and me and my ex-wife, we decided I'll see him every weekend or stuff like that. So I started taking my youngest two on the weekends, and then we started going to garage sales, going to flea markets to find me stuff. We made like a little game and stuff like that. I found me an old dining room table, at a garage sale. Like, it's a lot of garage sales in Jersey if you live in Jersey, especially in springtime around that area. I think it happened like around the springtime. So, the flea markets in Jersey, Columbus Mart, Cumberland, it was great. Berlin Flea Market, what I mean? If you live in Jersey, you know what it's about. You can get a lot of stuff from there. For a lot of odds and ends, So then I made a purchase, I got my first couch, and I got a big screen TV to go in my apartment. Biggest mistake, because I went to rent a center. You already know you paying triple the value. But I'm up here accumulating stuff and stuff like that for my apartment. And just going through the whole motions. So I'm settled in. I'm starting at U.S. Foods. Seeing the kids on the weekends. We're still doing our thing. Going to Red Box. Getting some movies. I'm making dinner on Saturdays, or I'm taking them out to the movies, or taking them to Dave and Buster's, or taking them little trips here and there. So here we go. I was like, okay, I'm single now. Ex-wife moved on. It's time for me to move on. Started dating. And I think I was like 40 years old. Oh my God. For the people out there dating now in the 40s, I know how it is. It's fucked up. It's hard. It's hard dating in your 40s. It's ridiculous dating in your 40s. And this was years ago. Very much years ago. I'm 52 now. I think I was 39. Yeah, like around 39. dating again after your divorce. Usually, like, when you date after your divorce, okay, you, like, you might see some old content, people you knew back in the day, or do dating websites. And dating websites was like very new back then. This was years ago, not like how it is now. I remember I was driving and making delivery in Delaware, and I was talking to one of the chefs in the kitchen. He was bragging about how many girls he had. It's like, damn, man, how many girls you got? I got a lot of them, man. I'm seeing this girl, seeing that girl, whatever. So he told me about this website, and I was like, like what website is this? I ain't know nothing about dating websites. This is back in the day. He's like, yeah, man, check this website. It had a little fish on it. You probably guessed it, POF. Now, I don't know how the dating websites is now, but back then, that was like the norm. And then as soon as you got divorced, you go on a dating website. So I get on plenty of fish and put my profile in, tell I'm single, looking for dating or relationship, whatever. You put all these characteristics in this shit. So, you start meeting, you get messages from everybody, all nationalities, all wakes of life. It was fucking crazy, nuts, right? So then, like, then after that, I mean, you start changing numbers. I don't know how it is now. I remember back in the day, it was kind of like, more simple, right, for you to exchange numbers and give each other a call and chill out and do what you gotta do. It was interesting. Uh, Talking to new people because now you was married for years, okay, just straight married. So, sorry, start talking to people, all type of, like I said, nationalities, black, white, Spanish, Arabic, um, French, Africa. You know what I mean? Like Bulgaria, not Bulgaria, Belgium, people from Belgium. I mean, all type of shit, right? And this is in Jersey. So you're like, okay, it's like a little ice cream shop, little 90 Nation. So then I start, doing dates and stuff like that. You mean all type of interesting people. So after a couple years of like dating on and off and, having fun, because, when you date and then you're with one person for all them years, then you start having fun. Basically, you going out, hooking up, going on dates here and there, and just having a lot of fun. I don't know what was worse, my 40s dating or my 20s. In my 20s, I was like I had a leash around my neck, like bow wow. 40s is like, I guess, kind of like a leash thing or whatever, because you're having fun. You got all type of different people. I mean, I know people who date in their 40s and 50s now when they get divorced, they go buck wild too. They have fun, females and males. Especially nowadays, I'm hearing a lot of females going, they're having their fun too. But, meeting all these people and stuff like that. So then one day I meet a girl off of, I think, another website. I forgot what it was. And we meet at Starbucks. And she was, very beautiful girl. Um, she's older than me. I think she was like maybe, God, 8, 9 years older. 'Cause like I said, like older women, I've always talked to older women. She's like 8, 9 years older, piercing blue eyes. Her name was Barb. Barb was a very great person, had great conversations. We was on the same page, everything. One of the best kissers in my life. Very good woman. She got divorced. She was dating, and then we just hit it off. Start going away on trips together. Baltimore, Chicago, just doing everything. But I guess at the time, I guess I wasn't all there because I still was dating other people and talking to other people. And I never had that conversation with her. At this time, she's thinking that I'm totally with her, but I'm still dating other people. But Barb was a good woman. She would did anything for me. She would did anything for me. Seriously. I think Barb was probably one of the women in my life who actually loved me. I really believe that. She put a lot of time and effort in me. She would be there for me anytime I needed uh, anything. Satisfaction guaranteed. Basically, that's what she was. Whatever. She was a giver. A great woman. Very smart woman. Very intelligent woman. And I didn't, and I guess I still was figured, okay, all right, I was married. I think I was mature. I was a grown ass man, as I'm calling myself. Nope. Still wasn't that grown ass man. Dibble dabbled, you know, messing around with other girls. Got caught up with her too. And Barbara hurt by this, because she actually loved me. I believe it. I wasn't there for her. Again, stupidity. And you're probably wondering why, like, I'm telling you all these things from, my son's mother to my ex-wife and all this stuff. I'm just telling you the story of my growth. Uh, a lot of us men nowadays, we do stupid shit, especially younger. I'm not saying women don't do stupid shit either. But as I'm growing, you know, I'm taking on this path, I'm learning from all this. Some people came to me and said, okay, like, why are you telling all your personal business? I'm just telling you some of the stuff that I grown from, that I had growth from. These are issues and stories that has been bothering me for years. And as I'm talking about, this is my form of therapy. It's my therapy, which I love. Because as I'm telling these stories, I am getting over it. I'm over it. I'm done with it. Uh, you know, people, some people have reached out and said, I'm this, I'm that, hypocrite. You're not telling everything or whatever. Well, everything's not to be said and told. You know, um, maybe you're not worth talking about. Maybe you wasn't that point in my life where I need to get over. So, this is my story to tell. Hopefully my story can affect and help out somebody too as well. But this is basically for me. And I hope the people who are enjoying this enjoying the ride. And for the people I have not mentioned or I have mentioned or whatever, there's no disrespect and like that. It's just a story. Because everybody has a story. And you know, some people you can't tell everything or some things are just private. I get that. That's not being hypocritical and this and that, be telling your truths. Yeah, I'm telling my truths of what I did. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, a lot. And I'm owning up to that. I had a conversation the other day with somebody about, excuse me, that everybody claims that they're a grown ass man or a grown ass woman, but they never look in the mirror at themselves and take accountability for anything they done. No, we can point the finger at you or me or anybody else. Now, because people are quick at pointing the finger at somebody else, but never look at what they've done. Never. And also, I'm not saying I'm innocent. Nobody's innocent in this fucking world. But if you want to claim you're innocent and fake look happy, be my guest. That's fine. But let's get back to it. Barb was a great woman, and I know I, I did her wrong because she was there for me when a lot of other people was not. To where the part, right, I was making friends, or I thought I was friends. I was going all out for them, and they're giving nothing back to me. This is back like how I did when I was younger, you know, doing all this stupid shit to have friends. Not the same thing as adult, you know, for former co-workers, former so-called friends. I'm the first person to reach out all the time. And I remember, like, even when I was dating Barb, she even told me, like, but why are you doing all that? Don't be a dumbass. Because she was very brutally honest. She's very brutally honest. You know, own your own shit. Don't be there for everybody. because she said she had to learn the hard way too. So, we are ups and downs, but I wasn't ready for her. She was ready for me, but I wasn't ready for her. And I talked to her years later. It's like years later after this, and I apologized to her because of what I did. She loved me and she wanted to give me everything, but I was not there mentally for her. I was young, stupid. You think you're in your 40s, you're grown. Nope. I never looked in the mirror. I never took accountability for my own actions. And I was calling myself grown ass man. No, I wasn't. No, I was still a little boy. I was that dumbass little boy. And it was stupid. And I apologize to everything I've done to her. And she's moved on with her life. She's happy. And I'm glad for her. But she's a person that I had to reference because she was one of the people she was that last person to put me on my path today. She started me on my path. I'm not trying to be righteous and nothing like that, but she put me on the path I need to go on. And Barbara, I thank you for that. So as I'm going through the whole motion of dating and going through the process, I'm like, enough, dude. Enough. I'm gonna find me a real relationship. And now I'm seeing everybody else, they got their relationships and they're happy and this and that. You get jealous. You're like, man, well, well, I can't have this. So I met a girl. Name was D. Uh, I fell for her like, man, the first time I met her. Beautiful. Short, beautiful, everything. I fell for her hard, man. Hard. Like, we on a date. I can't wait to see her again. I'm going crazy. I went back, traveled where she lived at, brought her all these flowers. I got her teddy bear and candy. I did all this shit, right? I was planning on taking her here, taking her there, which I did. I took her out to dinner. I started buying her gifts, a necklace, spending. I remember I was so much into this chick that I think I was late on my rent. I almost got evicted because she said she wanted this certain thing. I forgot what it was. And it was like around $900 at the time. So I got it. I was like, man, just to make her happy. Because I was falling for this chick. I was all in. All in. And then I remember one day, right, her and I had a conversation. I asked her, like, this is back in the day. Like, she was talking about a toy that she used to play with back in the day. And I was like, okay, I went online. This is before Amazon and all this shit like that. I went online and I found that toy. It's like a doll. So I had it shipped to me. And I got it. I was excited. I can't wait to give it to her. So I said, I'm going to surprise her. I jumped in my car. I dropped down there. And like, I mean, knock on the door. I'm all nervous. I can't wait to give her this gift. Knock on the door. Nothing. So, turn the knob and turn. So I walk in. I'm like, I say, damn, where's she at? Where's she at? Then you hear noises from upstairs, right? Hear noises. And that's like, I get closer, I go up the steps more and more. The headboard is banging against the wall. Then I heard her saying all type of shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like creeping up, my heart pounding like a motherfucker. It's pounding. So I'm going up the stairs, nice and slow, like scared, like no, no, no. And I got this gift in my hand. So I go upstairs around the corner, and the door was kind of like halfway open. Oh yeah, it was her. Her was some dude, and she was getting it. I got so angry. Busted the door. Bam. Like, what the fuck? Grabbed his ass off, threw him ass around. We tossing around. We get into it. And then she comes up like, he fucking runs around here. He went somewhere like he told her, you handle this shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? Smacks the shit out of me. Yep. I come go surprise her with a gift. Now, let's backtrack a little bit. We're talking, right? We supposed to be in a relationship. Okay. I'm calling my girlfriend. I can't wait to introduce to my kids, all type of shit. But this is what she told me. This is what I assumed we were in a relationship. Well, I'm not, we never talked about it. Like a man would do to a woman nowadays, right? Because, yeah, you know how it is, ladies. You know what I mean? Like, if you hook up with somebody, you going out with them, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of dudes, a lot of females would think they're in a relationship, but the guy never told you relationship. So that's like a hint, that's like a little thing to females. If you hook up with a guy and you don't have that conversation, are we in a relationship or what are we doing? A majority of dudes out there is going to say whatever. They're not even going to talk about it because when something happens, they'll come back and say to you, "Well, we're not in a relationship. I can do what I want." It was reversed for me. That's what happened to me. So I'm devastated at this point. I dropped this gift. I said, I did all this for you. I spent like $400 some on this. Late on my car payment. Now, so let's go back. I was late on my rent for a ring for her. Then late on a car payment for her. And then I remember I had to pay something for one of the kids. I had to borrow money, rob Peter, pay Paul for that. But I did all this for this girl. So I walked out devastated. So I'm angry and angry and angry and angry. And I remember a friend of mine, her name was Tanya. We was good friends. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't Tanya. It was my man Rob. I called him up, told him everything. Rob was a little older than me. He's a U.S. Foods guy. He's not there no more. He was like, yo, man, remember you told me, man, like you was doing all this shit back in the day. You seen all these girls and you running through them, you doing all this and doing that. You got caught cheating, all this shit. He said, that's karma, motherfucker. Karma. How way you feel now, it's how them females felt when you did to them. It's just the fact that you got it worse because you walked in on it. He was brutal. He was fucking brutal. He was like, man, like, bro, you call her ass down, face up. I'm an ass up, face down. You know what I mean? Get me. That's brutal. They may have not caught you cheating, but your karma came back and haunted you, and you got karma from that shit. You got the worst. Out of all this stuff I did back in the day to people, it came back and haunt my ass. Big time. There's one thing people gotta know about men. When a man gets hurt, it is fucking devastating to us. Devastating. Your whole mind gets blown up. Boom. Then you become this dog. Like, I ain't trusting no female. You call them all type of names, hoes, bitches, or whatever and shit like that. You go through your little thing there. But I ain't do that. I was like, I just went into a rut. Didn't cry about it because it's the time. Again, my grandma back in the day said, a man don't cry. And I went through that shit. Think about that shit. Out of all the shit I did to women back in the day, especially women I cared for, kid's mom, ex-wife, another girlfriend, and all things I went through, all the dirty shit I did, and even stuff I didn't even admit, it hit me that day. Big time. How did I feel? I felt like shit. And men feels the worst when they get cheated on. Trust me. I went through hell. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I gotta be in a relationship. Gotta be in a relationship. Gotta be in a relationship. So I got drowned. I drowned my sorrows into my son's baseball as well. I got more into him. When he was getting older, going everywhere, being more invested in him. Jules cheerleading. I mean, even though I think his mom, her mom was more invested than I was. I could have been more invested in her cheerleading, more for that one. But I was too invested in Brandon's baseball, and start having problems myself. Then I started having health problems, and nobody knows this. I was like young 40s. It hit me so hard, you know, having like a mini heart attack. Nobody knows that, but now you do. I didn't really recognize it. It's like a mini one. Everything hit me hard all at once. Trying to maintain, trying to find a relationship to make me happy, to make me whole. Being around fake friends, pleasing them, working my ass off for a company that I was starting to realize that wasn't shit, which I'm still here today. But, you know, just going through the motions, like, living my life through my son's baseball. I was going through a lot of shit. Like, I guess that was like the first stages of mental illness, I guess you might as well say, right? First stages. No, but then traveling around with Brandon everywhere for baseball, from Florida to here to there, up and down the East Coast, trying to get him better. But I was into his baseball, but a lot of it was to ease my pain. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, right? And dating just be dating. When we've all done that. Well, divorce age. Dating just be dating because you didn't want to be lonely. I went through my little redhead phase, dating only redheads. And no offense to redheads, man, but y'all are difficult to date. Then I went through my Spanish dating phase. Interesting. Then came back to the beautiful sister stage. And I'm thinking, okay, I gotta be with this person, gotta be that person. It didn't matter. I was looking for something. And I couldn't find it. And I thought by be a serious serial dater, I can help myself. I was trying to get over, the hurt, you know, and it was crazy. Trying to get over the hurt. I just couldn't do it. So I just started dating and being around people that offered me nothing. Fake friendships, everything. You know, and it's just crazy, like all that shit. To say this again, after the Barb situation, I never cheated again. Never. Never did. Never did again. And cheating is dumb. Just don't be with a person. But that wasn't it though. And I think karma was not done with me yet. you know, I met a girl. We'll call her Tamika. I write out surname. Thought she was great. Beautiful sister. Had great conversation, chemistry. Sex was off the hook. You know what I mean? And I had a discussion with her. I did it again. Went all in. Planned vacations, planned everything. Like, I mean, I remember the time, right? I mean, right? I had like a little I planned and did a candlelight picnic in my living room. It was the wintertime. So I put the little blanket down on the floor, little Yogi Bear picnic basket shit, had wine and cheeses and food, put the plates down there, had the music going. I forgot, I think it was like the LSG at the time or Keith Sweat or some shit like that. Playing music, doing all this romantic shit. That's how I was in my romantic phase. I'm figuring if I'm more romantic, I'll get what I want. Did all that. Brought her jewelry, and I'm saying to myself, dang, did all that. And guess what? She cheated too. So that's twice karma bit me in my fucking ass. And all this shit I've done. Like I said, I am not an innocent person. Never will claim I'm fucking innocent. But these are the steps and blocks to get me where how peaceful I am at now. I'm good now. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I know I'm good. Because for all those 40 years, especially my younger 40 years, I didn't know who I was. I wanted to be like how I was when I was a kid and be there for everybody else, be who they wanted me to be. Every female, I wanted to be who they wanted me to be. Okay? If they showed me any type of attention, oh man, she gotta like me. I'm in, I'm good. Sizes, shapes, didn't matter, colors, didn't matter. If you show me some type of attention, this is the young 40s, right? And I'll admit that shit. I was all in. But even all the dirt I've done, karma bit my ass again. Did I deserve it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It happened. The young 40s was just, it is what it was. I tried my best to be that person everybody needed me to be. You need me, I was there. I was that person. And some of you know what I'm talking about. You was that person. And kept on dating different people. Some people was nice, some people wasn't. Some people was just sexual, some people wasn't. But that's what I did. And that was the early part of my 40s. And I finally snapped out of it at the later half, right? I'll get into that next time. But what I learned from this part of my life is karma's a bitch. You do dirt, it will come back and get you. And I do these stories for healing for me. Again, if I didn't mention anything, there's a reason. Not trying to send smoke signals or messages or whatever, but it is what it is. So, on that note, I'm going to take it down from here. Again, fake friends, relationships, karma. I learned it all in my early 40s. And again, Barb, I apologize again. I know I've apologized to you 1,000 times, and I'll do it again. You're a great person. You did not deserve that. But it came back and bit me on my ass big time. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes part 6. I will get into part 7, which I'll be honest with you, it's only 2 more episodes because I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I know some of you probably say, "Oh God, how many much more?" But these are steps in my life that has made me into the person I am now. I am not a saint. I never will be a saint. But right now, I can classify myself as a grown man. Some of you may think I'm not. Some of you may think I am. It doesn't matter. I'm at that point in my life where I'm good with my life and I'm a good person. Now, I know what I do. I know who I am. And my next journey goes into a whole nother level Kids are getting older, more trips with the kids. And guess what? I get married for the second time. The second time. And also, my ex-wife gets married for the second time. Gotta go through that process. All right, guys. Everybody have a good day, good week. See you next time for episode 7. Deuces. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show. Please subscribe, click on the bio, support the show. Thank you so much again. We'll see you next week for another amazing episode on Let's Talk About It.